Hello and welcome to another video of Lewis King, Down the Rabbit Hole, a personal journey of dementia with my mother. Today's subject is going to be about sundowning. Now, I didn't know anything about sundowning when Mother first came to stay with me. And when she started acting up, I had a friend that I phoned whose father had passed away a year before with dementia and said, "What in the world is going on?" And she said, "Sundowning. It's a real thing. Look it up." So I did. And technically, sundowning means, if I can get close enough to the computer to read it, sundowning refers to the state of confusion occurring in the late afternoon and spanning into the night. Sundowning is caused by a variety of behaviors, such as confusion, anxiety, aggression, or ignoring directions. Sundowning can also lead to pacing and wandering. Now, fortunately enough, Mother never did any pacing or wandering, because bless her heart, she could barely walk. Goes the clock again. Sundowning isn't a disease. It's a group of symptoms that occur at a specific time of day, generally when the sun is going down. Therefore, the term sundowning. So what I learned to do with Mother was, as soon as it looked like it was getting a little darker, I'd turn all the lights on around her so she had plenty of light. This seemed to help some. Most of the time she'd sleep during the day, but about 4:30, 5 o'clock, she'd perk up. She'd want to watch the news. Not that she ever understood it, but she liked her news. Then we'd get dinner ready. I'd help her up, take her to the bathroom, make sure she was dry. We'd sit down, we'd have supper. She'd go back to her chair. Sometimes she'd stay awake till 6 p.m. Sometimes she'd nod right back off. And then there was other times she'd get her handbag and she would take everything out, line it all up according to size on her little walker. She would make sure everything was straight, according to size, according to shape. She would look at everything, and then she'd put it back in her handbag. And she'd do this 2 or 3, 4 or 5, 6 times till she was satisfied. Then she'd get her wallet out, do the same thing. Take all her identification, medical cards, you name it, take that out. Put that on the walker. Straighten that all up. Put it all back. Take it back out. Do it again. Every time I tried to look in her wallet for something, if we were going somewhere, it was always in a different place. I'd reorganize it so that I could find something, and then the next day, Mother'd be playing with it, rearranging. Finally, I had to just take her wallet away from her. But she'd also start talking about weird stuff. Her middle sister had passed away about 4 years ago. And I had gone home for the funeral. Now, Mother never got along with her family. She never got along with Daddy's family. So she didn't ever have really a good relationship with either one of her sisters. Mother was the oldest, Audrey was the middle one, and Aunt B, or Barbara, was the youngest. Barbara's the only one that's left now. But Mother would sit there in that chair and she'd say, "Did you tell me that Audrey was dead?" "Yes, I did." "Did you tell me so-and-so was dead?" "Yes, I did." I never lied to Mother. Wasn't going to start. If she asked me something, I told her. Now, a lot of people on the Care Blazers Facebook group that I'm on were like, "Oh no, don't tell her the truth." Well, I didn't see any harm in it. I mean, she wasn't going to remember. Sometimes she'd ask about her mother, who passed away when Mom was 13. Sometimes she'd say that her father was beating her. Her father had been dead since 1968. So yes, she would get real agitated in the evenings. And I would do my best to try to, console her, talk to her, change the subject, which we all know is called redirecting, but really it's just changing the subject. Sometimes things worked, sometimes things didn't. Sometimes she wanted to have one of the dogs on her lap, which I'm currently holding Charlotte so she won't be snoring, but Charlotte's not one that likes to be cuddled. George, when he's in the mood. But when he's out of the mood, that's it, forget it. So back to Mother. Sometimes I could keep her awake during the evenings. Sometimes she'd nod off at like 6, 7 o'clock. I always go to bed early. So I was trying to keep Mother into a routine. Get her up at the same time, feed her at the same time, get her to bed at the same time. Bedtime was not always easy. Sometimes it took me 45 minutes to get the woman to bed. I'd get her pills together. I would give them to her. I'd make sure she had water in her bedroom, made sure that she had everything she needed. I'd help her up out of the chair. We go to the bathroom. We make sure that she was in something clean. And generally, all Mother wore in bed was her diaper. That was it. And I would help her to bed. And then she would forget that she had taken her pills. And she wanted more. She said I hadn't given them to her when I had. So I just learned to go and get some M&Ms. Give her a couple of those. She thought they were pills. She'd always thank me whenever I put her to bed. "Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for this. Thank you for that." And I was like, "It's okay. I love you. That's what I'm here for. That's what I will always be here for." And now, before I bawl my eyes out, I'm going to close for today. But I will see you guys later. I hope you like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you know when I put up another video. And I hope you like my little rabbit ears. I got the Easter stuff out. I thought it was cute. So, anyway, leave a comment if you like or don't like the ears. Talk to you later. Bye for now.